Alright then guys, welcome to the video, welcome back to the channel, and in this video today I'm going to be showing you how to install a Mugen wing on your Civic Type R EP3. And you may be thinking,
but Ollie, you already have a Mugen wing.
And you would be correct, but I have actually decided to upgrade from this Mugen wing to another Mugen wing, and I will show you why. So there are actually a few reasons. So first of all, I guess, well, the most blatant one is that this needs a re-lacquer, the carbon blade itself. So the rest of this one is body color, and as you can see here and various other areas like along here, the paint's starting to chip off or just come away, and also the finish just isn't great. It's really rough to the touch. And then if you look down here, you can see how wavy that is. The paint's had some sort of reaction with the fiberglass. There are some other areas as well, like paint bubbling just here. So generally this wing isn't in the best of shape. I just thought it was time to upgrade this rather than pay to sort this one out. So let me show you what I've got. As you can see, I've picked up a full carbon fiber Mugen style spoiler. So obviously this isn't a genuine Mugen spoiler because Mugen never made them in full carbon or any sort of carbon. They were only fiberglass. So I believe this is the Seibon one, which is incredibly expensive, brand new. I've got this second hand. There's only like one sort of blemish, which is in the carbon itself. It's not even in the clear coat, so you can't really sort that out. The full thing is carbon fiber as well, like underneath, which obviously you're never going to see once it's mounted to the car. Just one of those pieces that I guess I've always had in the back of my mind as something I've wanted. The full carbon is so cool. It just kills a few birds for me, because instead of paying the money to sort out all the problems I just showed you with that other wing, I decided to put the money towards picking this up instead. And the benefit to that is obviously I can swap it straight over and don't have to wait for that to go to a body shop or anything. Another thing to mention as well is this is, I guess, technically part 2 of the next step for the EP3, which is sort of sorting out the bodywork and all that kind of stuff and making it look as good as the engine performs and the engine bay looks, actually, really, because I'm really happy with how the engine bay's turned out, because the spoiler that's on the car currently has been not great for a while, so it's just been letting the car down a bit, and every time you wash it a bit more paint comes off. Let's head back to the car and let's start stripping down the car, and I'll show you step by step on how to install this thing on a Civic Type R EP3. So the first step is don't cut your finger on something whilst trying to find tools, but this step is actually far easier than I remember being, because all you have to do is pop off this one panel, which is actually the first piece of all 4 that comes off anyway. So it's held in with 4 pop clips here, and it just pops off and reveals all of the original OEM bolts. They're all 10mm bolts. So you basically got 4 in here, and then you've got 2 on either side. So there's one here, and the same on the other side. So I'm going to get to taking all of these off, and in theory that is it, because what I haven't done is installed the wing with some sort of mastic or whatever, because people do say that these can leak over time and leak into the boot and what have you. I haven't had an issue with this current one, so my advice would be I would install it without running any mastic in it and just watch what happens. If you start getting water ingress somewhere, it's probably because you've changed the wing, and then you go back and do it. And also with the OEM spoiler, you obviously have the rear brake light, so you'll just have to unplug the rear brake light, and all I've done is thread the cable down here. I've left it here so you could plug it back in the future. Just thought I would show you these before I undo them. So as you can see, there's one here, got one here. I've also put a blanket up here just in case the wing does decide to fall whilst I'm undoing it. We then have one bolt up in here, got another one here, another one here, another one here, and then the same goes for, well, as you see, this one's already out, and this one here. So I've lowered the boot, so in theory I can just lift this straight off now. I don't know because I haven't tested it, but some of them have still got the studs in and some don't, so I'm not sure if this is actually going to go. Okay. For the first time in a very, very long time, I have no wing on my car. Look how weird that looks. Yeah, this thing looks absolutely hilarious with no wing. So what I'm actually going to do, and I would fully recommend this, is I'm just going to clean up all of this whilst it's actually visible, because obviously this is where the wing sits and everything. And just like that, there we go, all cleaned up, thanks to this Meguiar's waterless wash and wax. This stuff is incredible. Nice to see that it's not too rusty either. This is now ready for the new wing. So you have 2 options here basically. You can either just reinstall it with the hardware you took the original wing off with, or in my case, I'm actually going to put some different hardware in. And those are some M6 by 16 bolts, and they should basically just go straight through the hole, thread into the new spoiler. Let's get it out and installed on the car. This is going to be easier with 2 pairs of hands, but basically I'm going to line it up and try and get it in, and I obviously don't want it to fall off. So if you can, grab someone else so you can actually line it up and at least start screwing it in with this sort of boot angle, so you're not actually at either of the crazy angles trying to get it in. Let's go. I also haven't even lined this up myself yet, so I don't know what it's going to look like. Obviously it's going to look cool. So the easier ones to grab are the ones on either side. Another point worth mentioning is because this has already been on a car, you may have to drill these out. I don't know, based on which one you buy, whether it comes pre-drilled or not. So in theory, they're all in apart from this one. None of these have got like riv nuts in them or anything, so this is just screwing straight into the carbon or the fiberglass based on which one you end up getting. So just make sure you're super careful whilst doing this part, because it's pretty terrifying. We managed to get it in whilst being really careful, did all the others up, and managed to find the angle that it was supposed to be at. And if you're wanting to pick some of this hardware up for yourself, it's actually just from anywhere you can get nuts and bolts and that sort of thing. It was like a grand total of £3 or something for 10. That is the washers and the fittings all in together. So this is M6 by 16 if you're wanting to pick some up for yourself. Definitely worth it because it looks obviously a lot better than the OEM crusty, rusty stuff I took off. But this is going to be the first look of it down. I haven't put the trim piece back in yet either, so let's at least see what this thing looks like. Oh, chef's kiss. Look at that. Seeing the whole thing in carbon is so cool. And one of the cool things about the Mugen Wing is you can adjust the blade and the angles. You just undo the Allen key here and change the angle to whatever you want. So I've just been admiring this thing from different angles, and it is definitely a different design in terms of the way it sits compared to my other one. Like the wing itself, you can't like see under it as clearly as you can with my other one, and this, it almost seems like it goes flatter out the back, so it may even actually sit further back itself. It's funny because here it all blends into one. The only time you can really see that there's a separate blade is when you're round here somewhere. It's time to put the car back together, so all it really is actually just clipping this piece on. So it just snaps in on the 4 locating holes. So that is in, and I forgot I actually had a Mugen badge. I actually got this at Japfest 5 years ago maybe. It was only £1, so I'm going to chuck this on, and that's sort of the final piece of the puzzle really for this. And there is a little cutout for it, so it should just fit perfectly. I've already peeled it because I know how much of a nightmare that can be. In theory, this should just fit straight on. Just like that. And there we go, guys. It looks incredible. It is crazy how different it is from my other one in terms of the angles and everything. So where it's currently parked, the whole thing just looks like it's tilting down a lot more. It's almost more flat out the back of the car compared to my other one. Anyway, this looks so much better. No faded carbon, and obviously the fact that there's no paint peeling, and the fact that the whole thing is carbon. There's just wins all over the board, to be honest. But hopefully this video has also been useful in case you are wanting to install one of these. I know it's actually probably one of the easiest installs ever. Would fully recommend getting one of these because I think they look so much better than the standard wing. That's going to do it for this one, guys. Hopefully you found this one useful. Don't forget to comment down below what you think of this thing. Leave a like down below if this was useful to you, and I'll catch you guys in the next video.